Marriage is beautiful, but let's be honest, it's also hard work. When the honeymoon phase fades and real life sets in, couples soon realize that love isn't just a feeling, it's a daily choice. It's commitment, it's grace, and it's choosing your spouse again and again. That's why praying for your spouse daily isn't just a nice idea, it's a lifeline. Before the wedding, many couples pray fervently. They ask God to bless their union, to make their day perfect, to guide their future together. But once the vows are said, the cake is eaten, and the photos are framed, prayer often takes a back seat. That's when it's needed most. In this episode, we'll talk about why daily prayer for your spouse matters more after the wedding than before, practical ways to start, and how it can completely transform your marriage. Why praying after the wedding is crucial. First, life gets real fast. Before marriage, everything feels exciting and full of possibilities. But once real life begins, bills, jobs, kids, and everyday stress, it's easy for tension to slip in. Prayer helps anchor your marriage in God's strength, not your own. Second, spiritual warfare is real. Marriage is sacred, and anything God values, the enemy will try to destroy. When you pray for your spouse, you're building a spiritual shield around your home, guarding your hearts against division, resentment, and the slow drift that pulls couples apart. Third, your spouse changes over time. The person you married 5 years ago won't be the same person in 20. Seasons change, careers, health, parenting, even personal growth. Praying daily helps you walk through those changes together with grace and understanding. And finally, prayer deepens intimacy. When you bring your spouse before God, you start to see them the way God does. That shift softens your heart, builds compassion, and creates a deeper kind of connection, one rooted in faith and love. Practical ways to pray for your spouse daily. Start small and stay consistent. You don't need a long prayer session. Just a few intentional minutes each morning or evening can make a lasting impact. Use scripture as your guide. Here are 2 beautiful examples. Lord, help my spouse not to be anxious about anything, but to bring everything to you in prayer. Philippians 4 verse 6. Or, strengthen my spouse with power through your spirit in their inner being. Ephesians 3 verse 16. Keep a prayer journal. Writing down your prayers helps you stay focused. And it's powerful to look back and see how God has answered over time. Pray together as a couple. Studies show that couples who pray together regularly have stronger, more joyful marriages. Even a simple 1-minute prayer before bed can draw your hearts closer. Specific things to pray for your spouse. Here are a few powerful areas to focus on. 1. Spiritual growth. Ask God to keep your spouse close to Him. 2. Emotional health. Pray for peace, joy, and resilience in stressful moments. 3. Physical health. Lift up their energy and well-being. 4. Career and work. Ask for wisdom, success, and protection. 5. Friendships and community. Pray that God surrounds them with positive, godly influences. 6. Your marriage bond, for unity, passion, forgiveness, and grace. How daily prayer changes your marriage. When you pray daily for your spouse, something shifts. It softens your heart, keeping bitterness from taking root during conflict. It builds trust, teaching you to surrender your spouse's needs to God instead of trying to fix everything yourself. It encourages gratitude, reminding you of your spouse's strengths rather than focusing on flaws. And it strengthens communication, helping you both open up emotionally and spiritually. Tips to make prayer a habit. 1. Link prayer to a routine. Pray while making coffee, driving to work, or before bed. 2. Set reminders. A small phone alert can turn prayer into a daily rhythm. 3. Pray aloud together. Even a simple, Lord, bless my spouse today, carries power. 4. Use tools and devotionals. They keep you focused and inspired. Finally, marriage was never meant to be navigated in our own strength. Praying for your spouse daily is one of the most powerful ways to protect your bond, weather life storms, and keep your love rooted in faith. Whether it's a whispered prayer before sleep, a shared devotion over coffee, or a written note in your journal, prayer invites God right into the center of your relationship. And over time, you'll see the change, more patience, deeper intimacy, and a stronger sense of unity. Remember, prayer isn't just about asking God to change your spouse. It's about inviting Him to transform you, too. So don't wait for problems to arise. Start today. Lift your spouse up in prayer, and watch what God does in your marriage. Because prayer may not change everything overnight, but it will build a love that lasts a lifetime. For more encouragement and faith-based resources for your marriage, Visit blissfullywedded.com.